The thoughts, views, and comments expressed by the hosts, guests, and callers on Beyond the Headlines are not necessarily those of management, ownership, or production unit of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is a production of ILTV Studios and cannot be reproduced or represented in part or entirety without express written permission of the Verizon Media Group. Beyond the Headlines is the intellectual property of the Verizon Media Group. Copyright 2021.
Coming up tonight, Dr. Hubert Minnis, Desmond Bannister, Renwood Wells, and Brian McCartney. They speak out tonight. A question tonight, are they the new DNA? Also on a front to tourism, is this taxi driver driving under the influence with tourists in his taxi? Also tonight, straw vendors at Port Lucaya crying out because of the lack of business in the market. We hear from them. This is Beyond the Headlines. Good evening, I'm Shanique Miller. It's great to have you along this evening. Well, tonight, former Prime Minister Dr. Hubert Minnis, former Deputy Prime Minister Desmond Bannister, Renwood Wells, and Brian McCartney are speaking out. You know, we've been assuming and making our own sort of conclusions all week long. Well, tonight, they're talking about it. Are they the new DNA? Laurencia Smith caught up with each of them today and has the story.
A photo circulating on social media is sparking intense political speculation. It appears to show former Democratic National Alliance leader Branville McCartney alongside former Prime Minister and Killarney's Member of Parliament Dr. Hubert Minnis, leading some to suggest that they're joining forces with the DNA. But McCartney is pushing back, firmly rejecting those claims.
Certainly, it's pure political mischief that I am returning to politics. I had no conversation with them in terms of coming back and running as leader. No, not in that regard, no.
Reporters also put those questions to the Killarney MP about whether he could break away to lead the DNA or try his chances as an independent.
I'm running in Killarney. However it's done, you will know, because you will see Minnis' name on the ballot. And I've told my people as I go through, when you go to that poll, you look for Minnis, M-I-N-N-I-S. Many just say menace. It's not menace, it's Minnis.
As the political chatter grows louder, with the DNA making moves ahead of the next election, they're also suggesting that former Deputy Prime Minister Desmond Bannister could serve as the party's chairman.
I have had no contact with the DNA. The DNA has had no contact with me, and I don't anticipate that they will have any contact with me or that I will have any contact with them.
Bannister told us that he remains a supporter of the Free National Movement, even though he says he's not pleased with some of the party's action. Also a part of that chatter, former Member of Parliament for the Bamboo Town constituency, Renwood Wells, who was recently denied a F&M nomination for that constituency. Now, he did not state whether he still supports the F&M or not, but he did share this about his political life.
No comments at this time, but at an appropriate time I will be commenting on what my future entails politically. And so at the end of the day, I am the one who's in charge of my own political destiny.
Laurencia Smith, Eyewitness News.
Well, there you have it. I don't know. It's going to be quite interesting because I believe those men are up to something, though. I truly believe. And I'm not going to just give my opinion. You know, I like to hear the opinions of the panelists, so I'll bring them in right now. Welcome to Beyond the Headlines, BTH contributors, Richard Johnson and Glenroy Pratt. Gentlemen, good evening to both of you. It's great to have you both here. Let's voice off right now and talk about exactly this story has been trending really all week, quite frankly. We heard from the gentlemen officially this evening and hear what they had to say. Your thoughts on how this just took off entirely and became its own thing?
Good evening, Bahamas, and good evening, Shanique. Yeah, you know, it's amazing that stories like this ramp up so fast. You know, it tells you the amount of eagerness in our political arena there is, and the fact that it may be a sign that all may not be well for either political party in the traditional fashion that we would have been used to, where people seeking and looking for some other opportunity to put their vote elsewhere. But does it mean that this is actually true? That is the question.
Well, Sinead, and thanks for having me again. When I saw it, I laughed because I know it was political mischief.
So you didn't buy into
No,
it
of
for
course
1
not.
minute?
Of course not. I mean, the picture that was circulated is a picture that when they were in Long Island 2 years ago. And so when I saw that, we see the fake in the Menace in the green shirt. Nonsense. Utter nonsense. And then to see news media carrying these stories, again, I laugh because I know it's just political mischief. It makes no sense, absolutely no sense. And so I look at it and laugh.
Now, no head up the news media because we follow what's trending because there are things that you dismiss as outright just foolishness, and then there are things that you have to pay attention to. It may seem silly to some, but then there may be something behind it, something absolutely that's noteworthy.
Don't be irresponsible. Like the other newspaper, daily newspaper, put a whole man picture inside the paper, and now ain't him who dead. Wow. So don't be irresponsible again. So again, when I saw the story, I laughed because I know it is political mischief. Now I would have saw Dr. Minnis' response today. And again, Prime Minister, former Prime Minister, I'm telling you this now, as your good friend, stop playing games. It's time for you to get out of the dugout and stop messing around.
So what do you think?
He needs to make up his mind.
What do you feel as though he's doing? Cowering?
No, you keep on holding the media hostage. You ain't sure what you can do. The FDM has made it very clear, Shanique, that they ain't running you. So how much time you gonna keep on shying away the media, beating around the bush? Come out. Say what it is.
But Richard and Glenroy, Richard,
time to go to war.
Yeah, but but you know this gentleman. He has been branded a strategist. Perhaps he is waiting on the right timing to say what it is. I don't think he's shying away. Well, I don't know. I don't know, Richard, but he's not shying away. He's made very clear that he will be seeking re-election in Killarney and will win. So I don't think he is shying away from saying anything. I think he's just trying to be smart with the right timing and then maybe to see about the boundaries.
Time is of the essence, and time is running out. The Free National Movement already ratified a candidate in Killarney. You still haven't decided what direction you're going in. Man, come on. Stop beating around the bush. Dr. Minnis, make it very clear what is your intentions. Now, I have an idea what your intentions are, but make it very clear. We got time for all this messing around fooling around. Let's go.
Okay, does he have a team of men that they are meeting secretly somewhere?
I'm not aware of that. I don't believe the former Deputy Prime Minister, Bannister, is clearly interested in frontline politics, particularly because of the leadership rift between him and them, right? He said it publicly today that he still supports the Free National Movement. He says that, and I expect him, given his role and his position in the Free National Movement. Now, Bramwell McCartney, on the other hand, former minister, former DNA leader, again, he said that's not true. And so, even if that was true, Shanique, I believe its timing is off. It's totally not the right timing for that at this particular time. You are what, 10 months out? Makes absolutely no sense to me from a political strategy standpoint.
Well, I guess, it all depends on the degree that, as I mentioned in the earlier statement, that the degree to where the vehement people are. I don't know if this election period has been so settled as we think it is. A lot of people may believe that.
So you think there's room, Glenroy, for anything that possibly could be on the horizon, sort of?
I think there's high voter apathy in this country, and those persons who are inclined to sit on the sidelines may look for another option. I mean, obviously you have other opportunities. You have the COI, you have now the DNA and all this other stuff. People will vote their preference, obviously, and some people will vote in a way that they send a message. But as Richard stated, I don't really believe that, obviously, and listening to the messages earlier today, obviously they've made their position very clear. But relative to Mr. Minnis, I believe, obviously, like you're saying, Shanique, he's looking at the right timing. Whether or not, time is of the essence or not, I guess the reality is that he is doing it in the time that he feels is necessary for him to do it in. He must have the confidence in the constituency vote that he has been canvassing. Obviously, I'm sure constituents may have had that question posed to him, what are you doing and who are you running with? And I don't think that you can run away from that answer or that question when you're talking to your constituents that you are looking to support you. So obviously, and at some point it has to come out.
Well, to your point, Glenn, I'm not negating the fact that he could possibly win the seat.
Yeah.
In fact, I have minutes to win Galani.
Yeah.
Now, and how the boundary will be cut or split, I don't know. Will he get Galani proper? Will he get the new seat? I don't know. Again, what I'm saying is
So you think even with all the machinery behind Michaela Barnett, she is no match for Dr.
Oh,
Ness?
absolutely not. Absolutely not. Michaela Barnett is not ready for the big leagues. Not because she was in the Senate means that she is in what match where? To who? She's a little girl, remember that? She's Dora the Explorer.
No.
She's Dora the Explorer. She is
Richard,
unfit.
Richard,
You can't win no Galani. Failure.
Richard, leave
Failure.
this. Richard, leave this woman.
Ministers can beat her backside and show what time it is.
This woman is a 43-year-old woman. I think she put that age there and said she is a woman. Now, whether or not politically she is up to that level already, then that's a different matter.
She's not the, Shanique, I'm going to send you the tape. I'll send it to you. She was on another news station, and they would have asked her, and I'm only saying this allegedly at this point because I only have it in front of me. What was her greatest loss in COVID? She said her housekeeper. Her housekeeper. She is not prepared to deal with the average people. The other day she was in Galani.
Kalani wealthy.
Kalani the other day, she riding through doing assessment. You come in the car, you send a water pump down there and fill the area. She's unfit. And the only reason why she's the candidate because she's daddy's little girl, and her daddy is the big man in the F&M. She's spoiled. Ministers can beat your backside politically. I tell you that.
Well, you know what? Let's look at the DNA because you've heard all involved say, listen, no. DNA, even if they're working on something, it's certainly not the DNA. But the DNA is writing whatever first of all, out of the entire blue, all the storm going on, storm, flooding, threats of a merger with storms, all this stuff, and all of a sudden the DNA decided this week was the week. And then, of course, we also know what else happened in the political world this week as well. But the DNA is going to decide that now is the time for them to come and say, guess what, you all be back. Just after pulling out and saying they wouldn't contest this election, but they're back. What do you think brought them back? What do you think, what is it that you all think that the DNA saw and sees? This version right here, the same one who spoke with us just yesterday in last night's news, that means stay abreast on what happens on Eyewitness News and Beyond the Headlines so you would know, okay? Now, what do you think that they are thinking and feeling that I don't see any sort of headliner and headline-making personality in that organization as it stands right now that'll cause them to feel as though, listen, hey, guess who's back?
Well, let me also just say that Michaela Barnett obviously is a woman, as a 43-year-old woman and all the other stuff. So
I did defend her, Roy.
I want to lend my voice to that as well. And there's a reality that obviously there is a good political fight that we will see.
She's unfit.
And this will be good to see. This will be a good fight to see. The reality is that
she's a little girl.
The good thing about it is the good thing about it is she's a Bahamian. The opportunity for her to run in this election is great. The fact that she is obviously and trying to put her foot forward is good. We need young people to come into the arena.
I don't think any being spoiled or entitled got her that nomination. Richard, you got to earn.
Stop it. Shanique, stop. You know the families on both political sides in this country that dominates the political arena. You know them. When we start calling the family names?
No.
Okay then, so I'm saying she is a part of the leaders class in this country. I'm asking you that. And her father is a major player in the F&M.
But people of means, 1 second, Glenroy. I am not opposed to people of means entering politics and serving on that level if they so choose.
But give me a track record, Janine. You or Glenn. Give me a track record. Give me a track record before she entered politics.
But there's a reality. Everybody does not come into the political arena with a track record.
You should have one.
Why?
No, you should have one.
No. Your track record is in the fact of the day-to-day touches that you bring amongst people that you interact with on a daily basis. Your political arena or your thrust into the political arena just doesn't start when you start walking the streets.
Exactly.
It starts when you speak to people, how you interact with people, how you communicate with people, how you treat people, how you help people, how you develop people,
I
all
said
that
they
stuff.
don't track
And
record then.
it happens. And so the
Okay.
reality is we can't dismiss people because what we
No,
quote unquote
I'm not-
don't
I'm
believe
saying to
that they don't
you-
have a track
I'm
record.
saying to you-
Hold on,
but
let me
I'm
finish.
saying to you,
Let me
Glenn,
finish. No, I hear you, but let me
before
finish. Let me finish. Let me finish.
She
No.
had no track record.
Yeah,
See,
but
I'm daring you and you need to bring it on the
but
next.
but the
She was a
Jomo
senator.
Campbell.
Failure.
No, but hold on.
Failure.
When Perry Christie got beat,
Failure.
right, in the last political arena, you had a novice that came up against him in the person of Reese Chipman, right?
It was a wave.
In the sense that whether it's a wave or not,
It was a wave.
there's a reality that when people are fed up, they make a decision.
Correct.
And so they might be in the same situation.
Correct.
People might be fed up with the whole political system.
Not with this government.
And then they may
Not with this
decide
government.
that they change
Not
stuff.
with this government.
That
The
doesn't mean
urge-
that we
the
can
urge of
dismiss
getting rid of
anybody.
this government is not
yeah,
there.
but understand the
People
point.
are leaving the F&M and joining the PLP.
Well, that might
the
be the
urge
case.
is
But
not
that's-
there.
Okay,
Yeah, but-
okay,
but
okay.
that
let's- we
might
will-
be
we
the
will-
case.
Okay, we will come back. We will come back. Let's leave it right there. That's a stalemate. It's a stalemate and it ain't going nowhere. So let's move on. Let me
Unfair.
move.
But back to your question about the DNA.
Did you not? Nobody even check for this DNA.
Man,
DNA.
what the hurricane there?
Did
I have
nothing.
What the hurricane there? What the hurricane there? What hurricane
Imelda,
there?
Imelda.
Imelda brought them on shore. So they need to go back out in the sea because ain't nothing for them. Time out. Go that way. Basically.
What DNA means? Did nothing at all or something like
Good
that?
idea.
So no.
I never heard that, Glenn. Right? Never heard that's the DNA.
Yeah.
What the DNA mean?
Yeah.
You only easy.
No,
Lord,
it ain't
So
hard
you say Imelda washed them up on shore?
Wash them up on all left.
You're
What the
wrong.
islanders people are saying? They
Yeah.
drift with it.
Drift.
But no,
Yeah.
you're real
I
wrong.
wish them all the best.
Yeah.
The COI has made a prominent, third party, push in the country.
Yeah.
And so I believe they are fully recognized. I understand the COI, has a great support. They have a great support, particularly in Grand Bahama. So we have to watch Grand Bahama, particularly the COI. So the DNA, wherever the hierarchy, the tropical storm bring y'all, go back where you been, yeah? Because it don't happen for you.
I like the fact that you got Bahamians who are interested in involving themselves in the election or electoral process.
I mean, hot yeah,
because
now. Glenn right now.
one of the things is, and it's a great quote, it says that a failure to participate in politics causes us to be governed by our inferiors. And it doesn't mean that the people who lead are inferior. It means that the people who are having agendas, they look at you as inferior to their agendas. And the reality of it is that you're not placed in the forefront. So when you as a Bahamian decide that I want to be involved in this political process, it helps people to understand that, hey, you're not going to silence my voice and you're not going to push me aside because what I need has a value to it, and you need to acknowledge my value in this country because you are a part of the Bahamas just as much as I am.
Yeah, democracy.
Yes,
That's
listen, DNA, how about it? Come, welcome aboard, and you just don't know.
Go back on the sea, baby.
Don't bring all this rain and flood in the place.
You look good in the green.
But no, thank you. You see this? I paying homage to the DNA. That's all I'm saying. But listen, it just happened. It had homage.
Right.
It just happens.
I think you're a memorial for the DNA.
No. Listen, I'll tell you. It just happens to be one of my favorite colors. So. Listen, but calling in that, yes. But listen, we are just getting started this evening. I tell you, I can't even get a word in edgewise. Not this punch. But listen, we are just getting started this evening. Don't go anywhere because have you all seen that video with the taxi driver, Richard Glenroy? Have you all seen that? A supposed taxi driver, and the tourists are trying to beg him to say, listen, drop us off here. And the man asking them, do they want to drive? Yeah, no, I didn't make it up. Didn't make it up. In fact, I got the video to prove it. It's all coming up after the break.
Sting Junkanoo Group is celebrating 25 years of music, and you're invited to the greatest show ever. Counting down the years, performing hit song after hit song. Stevie S, Colin McDonald, KB, Dyson Knight and D-Mark. Saturday, November 1st at the Farm Marshall Road, 8 p.m. until. Tickets can be purchased online at www.bahamasettickets.com for your skybox or to be a food vendor. Call 424-6433, 477-0191. Sponsored by ZNS, Island Luck TV, The Farm, Gatorade Today & Co. Limited, Krista Minute and Associates.
Hey, it's Spa Week, we got what you need. Sit back, relax, and come in for a treat. We just wanna make you smile. We will go the extra mile at Baja Retreat Spa.
Come visit us at Baja Retreat Spa on East Bay Street. Contact us at 323-6711 or visit us online at www.baharetreat.com.
Ever feel like you're missing your own life because you're constantly running off to the bathroom? Do bladder leaks or pelvic discomfort have you up at night and affect your confidence in everyday life? Those days are over. At Frequency Vitality Center, we offer a solution. Completely painless, fully clothed with no downtime. Perfect for men and women of any age, we help strengthen the pelvic floor muscles while you sit comfortably, improving bladder control, decreasing night waking, and much more. Strengthen your foundation and restore your confidence.
Welcome to Blissful Escapes, where luxury meets affordability. Whether you're seeking relief from aches and pains or simply looking to indulge in some well-deserved pampering, relax and detox in our infrared sauna. Enjoy a soothing Swedish massage or an invigorating exfoliating body scrub. We also provide advanced facial treatments using cutting-edge technology, including hydrofacial, microneedling, and microcurrent therapies, located at the shops of Cable Beach Plaza.
At the Water and Sewage Corporation, safety and convenience are our top priorities. However, our meter readers face challenges that can make their job difficult. Locked gates to guard dogs sometimes leads to missed readings and estimated bills, which can be frustrating for you and us. That's why we're upgrading to digital meters. They bring safety, accuracy, and convenience to homes across the Bahamas. We can streamline data collection, reduce on-site visits, and provide more accurate bills with no more estimates. Digital meters also help detect leaks early, saving you from costly bills and reducing water waste. Soon, a user-friendly app will let you track your water usage, manage bills, and stay informed, all at your fingertips. Over the next year, we're rolling out digital meters nationwide, transforming how we serve you with a safer and cost-efficient water supply. To learn about our digital meters, visit our website or call us today. And don't forget to update your information at any of our locations.
Crack the code and win $1 million. Crack the code and win $1 million.
7 numbers, $1 million. Every 3 days, a number is revealed. Act fast. Your million is waiting.
Crack that code, win $1 million clear.
Crack the code before the last lock clicks shut. Get ready to join the winner's circle only at islandluck.com.
Crack the code and win $1 million.
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. 1 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
This segment is brought to you by EV Motors Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you all tuned in this evening. We're going to keep moving the show along. A taxi driver appears to be driving under the influence. It's a video that's gone viral. It has a number of industry professionals talking, those directly related to the transportation industry, those in the tourism industry, and then, of course, the rest of us who are just looking on. What appears to be tourists in the video, or rather you hear their voices, they apparently captured the moment and from the back seat of the vehicle and posted it on social media. Take a listen.
We need to make a right, right? We need to make a right here. No, hay dos carriles. Dos carriles. No, mira, can you please let me drive? You make my friend is crying right now. Or you stop us here and we just leave. No, stop it! No, I'm so nervous right now. I don't like what he's doing. Nati, he's gonna stop so Marianne can drive.
there you saw that video there. You know what? It really is not no laughing matter. It's nothing to take lightly. Driving under the influence is an offense. And depending on which country you go, I mean, there's so many other things that can happen. But even here in the Bahamas, we wouldn't want to see that. He sounded or appeared to be slightly inebriated or under the influence of something, or maybe, who knows, maybe just not feeling well, but certainly in no position to be behind the wheel. Now, welcome back here to the show, Richard Johnson and Glenroy Pratt. Gentlemen, your take on that? I mean, certainly, and that was posted online. Again, our tourism product and industry does not need that kind of image and that kind of thing. He's one of the frontline individuals on the front line of tourism of the industry. It doesn't need to get out there that in the Bahamas they have drunk or whatever taxi drivers.
Well, whoever that is, his license should be revoked or yanked. Clearly, he was totally in violation. And not only that, the safety of visitors as well. You know, Shanique, I told you when I was on your show the last time, coming out of the airport, the Haitian fella asked me, "Daddy, if you need taxi." Again, you know, the industry. The other day, the fellows who was the president of the delivery unit say, you know, some of these taxi drivers, they're sleeping in their cars because they want to get first position, and when you open the car, oh, they smell like 10 cans of rotten tuna. Again, we have to clean this up, all right? And it has to stop. It can't be that you are taking money from people, or you're supposed to be dressed a certain way, and you know, Bahama Host teaches these things. Yeah. Not only Bahama Host, it's just courtesy and decency. And so at the end of the day, you know, whoever that is should be yanked, should not be allowed to drive again. You know, I don't think we suspend license in the Bahamas.
I don't think we do.
We didn't start doing those things.
Or do you get points against your license? Like in the U.S., I guess after you accumulate so many points, your license is taken.
All right, because again, it has to be addressed. And so you see where the lady said in the video, you know, pull to the side. We'll come up from here and we'll just find our way. It's totally unacceptable. It's repulsive. It's shameful. And he should be dealt with immediately.
Yeah, especially the sad part about it is where the person was so scared that they decided they wanted to drive the vehicle themselves. And imagine if he had done what they requested and something else had happened, somebody else would have been knocked. Now they don't have a license to be driving in this country. They're driving a taxi. All sorts of different things could have happened because they were in fear of their own lives. Correct. And this is so sad and deplorable, you know. And the thing is, when we have to understand something in our country is that whenever something happens to a tourist, obviously it's magnified 10 times more because the perception is that, you know, we are not as caring as we should be and all this other stuff. And then on top of that, we are a predominantly black nation. So sometimes there's that part of
stigma.
It as well. Mm-hmm. So we have to recognize there are certain things that, you know, can be a stain against us, and we got to really put some discipline to this whole situation. And the young man, unfortunately, he may have to lose his thing.
Yeah, I mean, you don't know what he was going through, what was happening, but certainly once you feel unfit, then you certainly should not accept a fare or be on the road, because it's not just tourist lives that are at risk.
Correct.
Anybody on the streets driving with you. I mean, come on, just be more responsible, quite frankly. Gentlemen, listen to this. Straw vendors at the Port Lucaya Marketplace say business is worse than ever before. I've known this. I've spoken with them before. It's just not trickling down fast enough. In fact, in some areas of Granbahama, it's at a standstill. A longtime vendor tells us the decline is so severe, the once bustling hub now feels like a ghost town. In this report, she tells Devontae Hanna that nearby attractions may also be to blame.
Last week, 4 days. 4 days, we didn't go home with nothing.
This is the new heartbreaking reality for straw vendors at the Port Lucaya Marketplace in Grand Bahama. Sylvia Major has been a vendor for over 3 decades and claims this is the worst she's ever seen business.
Look around. Today, we have the celebration and there's nobody. No one is here. We still have to pay our rent for the shop.
We here in Grand Bahama are hurting. We have our family, we have mortgage to pay, we have children in school, utility bills, everything, and we're not making it. We coming out here every Jesus Day God send.
The vendors believe part of the problem is Carnival Cruise Line's new Celebration Key, allegedly pulling tourists away from Port Lucaya, leaving it virtually a ghost town.
I mean, it killed the tour, the taxi drivers, and it killed the big tour buses, and it killed the straw market and all the other shops in the area. That just destroyed Grand Bahama.
Even taxi drivers say they've gone home for sometimes 2 weeks at a time without a job. Adding to that, the mounting frustrations from the stalled Grand Lucayan redevelopment. Now, 4 months ago, hundreds of people actually stood in the same area as they watched the government, along with Concord Wilshire, stage a demolition on this very same spot. Now, months later, you can see where that area has now been covered and painted over. It's another sign for straw vendors that the future of the Grand Lucayan property may not be as secured as they thought it would have back on May 15th.
It was a lie, and I didn't get excited at all this time because it's just empty promises over and over. Who do you believe? Who do we have to go to?
Despite the fanfare, the hotel today sits vacant with algae-covered fountains, moss-filled sidewalks, and downed branches littering the lawn. The government has been very tight-lipped on the sale, outside of the Prime Minister revealing some components are set to come on stream in 2026. Tonight, after his high praise of the deal back in May, Grand Bahama Port Authority President Ian Roll is confident in the same.
The government of the Bahamas wants to sell the hotel to an entity that has the wherewithal to create a decent vision for the island. We have a proven entity in Concord, Wilshire. So I have no doubt that probably by first quarter of next year, construction will start.
As the island and country sits in waiting, vendors like Major are hopeful that the deal works out, as the hotel once served as the lifeline of Grand Bahama.
They need to stop playing politics with us here in Grand Bahama and do what is best for Grand Bahama.
While both the Prime Minister and GBPA President expressed confidence in the work beginning next year, none have revealed which component of the redevelopment will be first. Devontae Hanna, Eyewitness News.
Well, there you have it. Of course, this show continues to shine a spotlight on Grand Bahama, the economy, the ongoing development, the projects that we have even talked about here with the Grand Bahama Port Development, Grand Bahama Port Authority, about what's in the pipeline. And so we continue to have an interest here on the show. That story, obviously, not something you want to see. I mean, each family deserves an equal opportunity to make a living and to be able to live a good quality of life. And to hear that this evening, gentlemen, Richard and Glenroy, it really is disturbing.
Yeah, I mean, and the fact is that, I remember the DPM mentioned that the island is booming and money was in the bank. And then there was also this big fanfare, as the reporter indicated. What happened to those things? Obviously, other investments have taken away some of the business, and that is a given because you're competing with the same type of business. And that is what happens when we have one set of investment that takes place in a country. We sometimes cannibalize each other based on what's happening in the next spot. And so obviously that calls for diversifying our economy in ways that will bring about better results for our people. But at the same time, there is also this fact that, we have to also pivot in ways that helps our people. I know at one point Grand Bahama was being touted as a spot for technological activities and the likes.
Because it does seem to be more tech, more industrial, sort of an attraction, as each island has its own personality. Perhaps explore those more, and not to say leave tourism aside, but include those other things.
Well, yeah, I mean, because I'm a big proponent that the tourism market is a big market. We have trillions of dollars in the tourism business. Whether we need to shift in terms of the type of customers that we are trying to attract may be the other reality that needs to happen. But there's a lot of opportunities there. But it's just unfortunate to see Bahamians in this state of affairs year after year with seemingly no end in sight. And I hope that at some point that some relief will come soon and not just empty words and fanfare promises.
I agree with Glenn. But more importantly, Shanique, too, is the Grand Bahama Port Authority, I think, group of companies or development company, they also have some things on the drawing board.
I know. They came on the show and talked about it.
Right. And so what are you doing in terms of the heavy lifting? Again, successive governments always have to come to Grand Bahama because, hey, it's their duty to bail out, to act as the big daddy, to be the financier, to give the stimulus package. When you have a conglomerate billionaire company that's not doing nothing. I mean, if the government got the hotel sale, things are not moving as quickly as possible. Roll was there, had a great speech at the opening. What is the boy doing in the interim to help the island of Grand Bahama? Why you can't give a couple dollars what you got in your bank box and do some things and work with the tourism board in Grand Bahama to help people in Grand Bahama? They're not doing nothing, and they are collecting all kind of money. It can't only be the government. Grand Bahama work is not just the government's work. It's key stakeholders, and the Port Authority is a part of that. They are equally involved and equally to blame as what's happening in Grand Bahama. So why are they being allowed to sit down in Freewater 5 and don't get up their laurels and do their job? They ain't never lived the Hawks Creek Agreement. They built 2 schools in what? One complex? Never lived to it. So again, do your work. The government must do their work, but the Port Authority is equally involved because they're the ones collecting the big taxes. Government don't collect no big time taxes in Grandmama. Not like that. So they need to do. Stop talking. Do something about it. Work. Put money on the table. Help those people in Grand. I'm sick and tired of Janique. I'm seeing the story in the straw market in Grand Bahama. I am sick to my stomach seeing that every week, every month, every day. It's getting annoying because why? Your people who are going to work every day, an honest living, and when it comes to tourism, there's an issue there. Because why? One cruise ship can't do it. The airport is closed. So things are not moving as quickly as it should. I see there was some deal where the Zandu Hotel might possibly be sold too.
Yeah,
Again,
I think it has been sold.
Right. So things are on the drawing board. Grand Bahamians like myself, we've been waiting for far too long. But again, equally, the Port Authority has the same rights and obligations to help that island's economy to get where it needs to be. They failed the people of Grand Bahama. They are a failure. It's time for them to go.
Listen, let's just talk about what took place this week because I hope we have the time, Justin, but even if we just play one of these sound bites. As parts of Fort Charlotte still grapples with floodwaters following Tropical Storm Imelda's passing, the Free National Movement's candidate for the area, Travis Robinson, is calling into question an ongoing development that sits just off Saunders Beach, which he argues is exacerbating flooding woes in the community he's vying for.
We're realizing now, having spoken to a number of residents in the community and doing my own personal assessment with my team, there's a new development on West Bay Street by Saunders Beach next to Shell gas station that has really affected tremendously the ability for the flooding in Fort Charlotte to recede. The development has compacted the ground on the pond area. There's a canal, for anybody who knows Fort Charlotte, that runs almost the length of Fort Charlotte, that brings the water from the community and dumps it into the pond as a repository, particularly the Grove West. That is continuing to be overflooded with Scarlet Street and Marine Drive because the water that would seep under the road, cross the highway, seep under the road and into the pond is now blocked because we have the walls up on the 2 sides that cuts off now the water from being able to dump into the pond area. That is a pressing concern. I asked the question to the Ministry of Works, who have done the environmental impact study on the new development to be able to put development on a pond area. BPL, having contacted them, they cannot turn on the power because the water is still at the same level that it was once from when the storm has passed. And so people are inside their homes right now in Fort Charlotte, particularly West Grove and Paul Track and St. Albans Drive. Can't get out, can't bathe, don't have electricity. And we're asking the government, Ministry of Works particularly, to redouble their efforts to bring relief to the people of Fort Charlotte. The canal has to be cleaned on a consistent basis. The canal hasn't been cleaned in a very long time. Now we see today the Ministry of Works or some contractor has come with a group of foreign nationals to clean out the canal as it should have been from day one. So these are pressing concerns. We know the water continue to rise, and with the health issues of mosquito and airborne diseases, people are concerned. I know Alfred indicated he's no longer running, but he is still the sitting member of parliament. We are asking him to come to Fort Charlotte to assist in bringing relief to the people of Fort Charlotte who elected him to serve.
You know, I'll tell you this, we were just discussing during just listening to that, because it really is an issue that plagues New Providence. Poorly constructed, properly zoned, and just things that's been allowed to happen over the many decades that have hampered what it is right there. Of course, you all saw this show last evening where Minister of Works Clay Sweeting says it's been over a year now, a study that his ministry has been doing to properly create policy and new construction habits that will make it mandatory, not just for the immediate fixes, but in the long term for flooding issues like that to be addressed and perhaps not even happen in the first place. Gentlemen, very quickly, you each have like less than a minute to respond.
Well, hopefully we can get all these flooding situations resolved, and obviously we have issues that are beyond some of our government's reach. The reality is we live in a flat land that actually, when you dig, you could find water very quickly. But there's also the fact of the developments. We have to make sure that when they are being happening, that they are done properly.
Well, you know, it's exciting to see Travers is now come back from the clouds, because Shanika looking in the sky, because Travers been in the cloud all this time, because you know he's a pilot now. Go sit down. You're speaking to talk, to hear yourself. It makes no sense. Obviously, the ministry works well to fix those issues. You're looking for brownie points. Have a good day. Let's go back in the clouds where you've been, sir.
He's a candidate.
Yeah. He ain't been in the clouds for the last 3 years. He's a pilot.
So being in the clouds,
He don't know
see
the
problems that are
and you know, he's a young man, you know, who bouncing around constituencies. Go back and be in the grandstand. Go back where you come from.
Don't go anywhere. You don't go anywhere, because when we come back, Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers joins me.
Fly fishing for me is kind of a way of life. My father was one of the pioneers that started the fly fishing industry.
I grew up around the industry, but it was mostly spin fishing until the invention of the fly that changed the whole fly fishing industry as we know it today.
Well, fly fishing, in my opinion, is an art form that subscribes to artificially inducing a fish to take a lure.
It's fishing, but it's more like hunting than anything else.
So it is hunting, one aspect of it is, and the second of it is creating a lure that you are imitating that is of the environment.
You're actually stimulating the bite by them visually seeing the actual lure that you're sending to them.
Crazy Charlie is the fly that revolutionized, as we know, the saltwater fly fishing industry. It was invented by my father. He recalls seeing the bonefish chasing a little bait fish called a minnow. He took a couple chicken feathers and some bead eyes of a military tag, and that was the beginning of the advancement of saltwater fly fishing industry on the flats as we know it today. The importance of that fly allow you to be able to fish for bonefish in various depths of water.
Captain Rupert Lead, my dad, who's also a pioneer in the industry, his fly was called the gotcha fly, and it emulates two things: the minnows, which is a small bait fish, and also a shrimp pattern. See, there's so many legends that I'm now standing on. Percy Darville, Ivan Nemo, who would have passed, Raymond Mackey, you've got Sidney Nemore, Carl Moxie. These guys were filled with knowledge. They were self-imposed scientists. They saw these fish act in a certain way, and they know how to target them on specific tides. I feel extremely proud to carry the baton on, knowing that I can actually teach other youngsters how to carry the mantra, and they themselves can pass it on to other generations.
So you want a space
But not just any space. You need something with a little more potential. So how about 1,000 square feet of room to play with? Superb audio and video production capability, digital LED wall, full lighting grid, and about 124 seats to accommodate a full studio audience with so many other features. Make us your home for your next concert, conference, and so much more. Honestly, the possibilities are endless. Here at ILTV Studios, we'd love to bring your next event to life. So what do you say? Do you want our space?
Beyond the Headlines is now introducing powerful TV advertising opportunities made just for you. Choose our television ad package, 20 30-second ads for $2,000 or 20 60-second ads for $2,500 plus VAT. Prefer flexibility? Go a la carte. Just $150 for a 30-second ad or $200 for a 60-second ad. Step into the spotlight with our interview package. One 15-minute interview for $500 or 4 for $15 per month. Or bring Beyond the Headlines directly to you with our live on location package, only $2,600 plus VAT. For more information, contact our sales agent at 242-466-6173.
Fleet Sales Division. For 2026 commercial vehicles, call 821-2403 today.
Welcome back to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you tuned in. Listen, of course, you know it's Thursday. That's right. You know, at this time of the show, exactly what we do, and that is speak with Ian Thomas from Direct Marketers. He always has something quite interesting going on, always something new that we all are intrigued to know more about. So, Ian, welcome to Beyond the Headlines. It's good to have you here. Really interested in knowing exactly what you have for us tonight as we head into the weekend.
Hey, good evening, Shanique Miller. How is you?
Good, doing very well.
Very good, very good. You had some fun guests earlier. Very cool, yeah.
Yes.
I'll just jump straight into this. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Ian Thomas, and I am from Direct Marketers. Direct Marketers is a marketing company where we specialize in radio, TV, print, social media, and e-blast. So if you have a business or a business idea and you want to know how viable it is, please feel free to give me a call at 552-0212. That's 552-0212. Dial 552-0212. That's 552-0212. That's cool?
That's it.
Okay, that's
incredible,
good.
in fact.
That's really good.
Yeah.
Hey, Shanique Miller, I don't know how to say this, but I think my mechanic is gay. Yeah, that is crazy. Yesterday, overheard him on the phone talking to this guy, and he was like, "Babe, been on over Nassau last week trying to find a tranny."
Ian, you are such a doggone. What is it? Because I know this has something to do with. I know this has something to do with.
Hey, listen here, man, Shanique, man.
I
am
hope
having
you watch
a great
it,
time.
mechanic. I hope you watch it. That's what I.
That's why I get like a couple mechanics, so they know what I'm talking about. And listen,
but I know this. I'm sure that's a part for a car.
Yeah, I'm serious. Yes, it is a transmission.
Oh, you're so.
Shanique Miller, it's like going slow.
No, you're not going slow. Try. How about this, y'all?
Slow.
Try again.
Everything cool. Hey, look here, SHSS Electrical. Man, these guys love when I come here. SHSS Electrical, ladies and gentlemen, the current choice, for all your electrical needs is SHSS Electrical. They've got high quality circuit breakers to keep your home safe, durable wiring and cables to power any project, and you can find reliable tools and fittings for every electrical task, plus a huge selection of switches and outlets and lighting to brighten up any space. So stop by SHSS Electrical on Chesapeake Road and find all the electrical upgrades you need. I'm still in shock that whenever I think about the number of electricians who don't know this information, it's crazy. It is absolutely crazy. But I want to let everyone know that SHSS Electrical, you can find incredible selection of lights and indoor and outdoor ceiling fans by top brands like Hunter, ideal for your home, business, Airbnb, all these wonderful things. I know it's just a little hot here. Yeah. I don't know what's going on. I was out there and I came inside here and I think the guys were doing some some work outside there.
Yeah, they were doing
so
some
I just
work
have
outside.
To, is it all right if I pack my...
No, just tap your,
Oh, that's
tap
good,
your
okay.
face. That's good.
Oh,
I see.
God.
Listen to me. The ladies love you when you come on.
Oh, my
the
goodness.
people, other people, the men enjoy and want to hear more.
I
So I don't
know.
need them to be distracted.
Yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Shanique Miller's run your heart. Listen here, man. So they got ceiling fans by Hunter. Ideal for your home or business. Plus, you can get the 2x4 LED flat panel lights now, $77. You can also get the 2x2 LED flat panel lights for $42.90. And those 4-foot universal LED bulbs now only $6.60. You can save on Dusted Dawn LED floodlights with the bulbs, now just $22. And you can get Square D main breaker meter combos, the 8-space and 16-circuit surface mounts, starting at a low $150. Am I right? Wow. No, wait a second. You can get the 8-space 16-circuit surface mounts in 150 and 200 amp starting at $350. Made a mistake, ladies and gentlemen. And once again, for those who are not aware, but SHSS, say that 3 times, Electrical has moved. They're no longer on Mackey Street in the Henry F. Store building. They're now at their new location on Chesapeake Road in the former Minute Muffler building. That's wonderful. So if you're in the market for the best prices on Square D products, switches, combos, breakers, breaker panels, electrical wires, and meter cans, or those LED bulbs in all sizes and styles, not to mention an extensive selection of decorative ceiling fans and light fixtures, you better rush on down to SHSS Electrical on Chesapeake Road immediately. And remember, you spend $50 or more, you're gonna get 10% off. And you people on the Family Islands, wow, look at that. People on the Family Island, these lights are bright tonight.
No, yeah, the lights are pretty warm.
I gotta, ladies and gentlemen, give me a second.
You have to think cool thoughts.
Woo, man. I should have brought my air condition. But anyway, yeah, so they also ship to the Family Island, so that's a wonderful thing.
Yeah,
that's SHSS Electrical. Epic Battery, last minute, he says, Ian, you're going with Shanique Miller? Yes, you have to talk about Epic Battery. Epic Battery has 2 locations. They're now on Wolf Road, and they are on Fire Trail Road. Well, they were always on Wolf Road, but they're also on Fire Trail Road.
Yeah.
So, just in case some people not aware of this, but Epic Battery is more than batteries. They are leaders when it comes to batteries and tires with 2 locations, like I just said, Wolf Road and Fire Trail Road.
Good prices too.
Excellent prices, man. Excellent. Epic Battery carries a wide selection of tires to fit any vehicle, American, Japanese, or European. And I had the opportunity to visit the production facility, and instantly I was blown away by Epic's enormous selection of tires. And I'm talking tires for cars and trucks. And what else? They have cars, trucks, jitneys, buses, and dump trucks, and tractors, and motorcycles, ATVs, trailers, payloaders, and so much more. Right now, Epic is having a huge battery sale, so this is great for you guys. You went outside this morning and maybe you found that your car was had a dead battery. This is a great time to go down to Epic Battery. Right now, batteries that were $125 have been drastically reduced to $89 plus VAT.
Good.
Woo! This is so good. And you can get batteries for cars, motorcycles, and boats. So go down there and check them out. And I really commend Mr. Bryce and his team for investing so heavily in tires. But they said it was a no-brainer because they saw a need that Bahamians wanted to be able to have affordable, brand new tires that were solid, long-lasting tires without breaking the bank. So for all you guys out there also who import cars, you know, those guys who bring in cars to flip, this is a great time to go down there to Epic. The boss says they're overstocked. They have to get rid of over $130,000 worth of tires. So they're passing the savings on to the public. So no matter if you live in Nassau or the Family Islands, they can ship it to you immediately. I've got to go ahead and dampen my face again. Put the camera on Shanique for a second, and Shanique asked me some questions. Go ahead, Shanique. What you want to tell me?
So
what
listen,
you want to say? You want to say something?
See, absolutely, yes, of course. I want to know because I love after you're done with the official stuff and then you bring in the other extras that you bring in. I noticed that you have this wonderful, nice massage sort of gun again. I don't know if that's the name of it, but yeah, let's go.
Well, I'm going to talk about this massage. As a matter of fact, one lady, she was like, "Oh, you shouldn't be massaging like that." Can this pick up is this picking up Justin? This massage is absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
This is only $149.
Well, that's
it's
a new
great
one.
price.
That's a different one,
it's a different style. It's a great price. It comes with about 7 or 9 different heads, and it's great to get home from work and you massage yourself or you massage your partner, or you know what? Maybe kids come home with some kind of little aches and pains, and you can massage them. So this is a great price, ladies and gentlemen. $149. It's the deep tissue. It's the massage gun. It's a deep tissue massage gun, and I'm going to have that for you. You give me a call at 552-0212. Also, Skyview CCTV. I was here last week talking about them.
Mhm.
He says the phone calls were crazy. He was inundated by phone
Let me
calls.
tell you. Oh, did I forward a number? People asked for that.
Yes,
Oh
that's
no, I
Skyview.
gave your number to persons.
Skyview CCTV systems and monitoring.
People are, listen to me, that
Yes.
is another level of assurance,
Yes.
of security,
Mhm.
of whatever it is you need, whether
Yes.
for your business or your home. Certainly, of course, get that in there. It's important nowadays to be able to document for yourself
Mhm.
what's happening around your home, whether and right from your phone as well.
Yes.
And so whether you're there or whether you're away, you're at work, it's a
You,
good
you
thing
can
to
you
invest
can
in.
you can log right in
Yeah.
and see everything what's happening.
Mhm.
So Skyview CCTV Systems is not your everyday run-of-the-mill security company. They strongly believe that everyone has the right to be safe, and we all agree with that. And what else they want to let you guys know? And safety should not be depending on affordability. So don't you deserve professional, state-of-the-art, secure CCTV systems? You have to ask yourself that. You want to take care of your home and your business, but especially your home. You don't want to be at risk when you're home and your family's home, or you're away and you leave your family home. Let Skyview set up a nice system for you so you can see everything that's happening all the time at your home. So along with reliable monitoring, you're going to get so much more. But let me give you the phone number really quickly, 557-2288. 557-2288. Call them today. Remember, they can tailor make any package to fit your budget. And you can visit Skyview CCTV Systems on Facebook to see all their services. So whether it's your home, your business, they guarantee you'll feel 100% protected. Their team provides their clients with the most efficient mobile response, ready to assist you and any security issues that you might be dealing with. They have a dispatch center that's always alert. And anything happens, they will go ahead and call in the authorities for you. But they also, like I said, they have a mobile service that goes around and just make sure all their customers'
Very good.
properties are doing really well.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
that's a good thing.
So that's something
happening.
that comes along with
Yes,
getting the system.
With getting the system.
Oh, awesome.
Now,
Yeah,
what a lot of
good.
people do is some people like to go ahead and hook up their own system. So you guys who want to do that, you guys are in luck because Skyview stocks the most dependable brands on the market. So you will find alarm devices and keypads and access control systems. Plus, they carry the popular Ring doorbell. Everyone's been asking. Starlink and Blink systems. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, they also install them. And if you've ever wondered, hey, I wonder where my company vehicle has been all day or where it is right now, that's not a problem if you're a business owner. Skyview tracks their tracking devices can monitor your business or your personal vehicles with the utmost precision. Now you have the power to go ahead and see where your boat, your plane, your car, whatever it is. By a click of a button, you can see where those things are, and that's so easy.
Very
All
good.
this information is backed up on their huge mega system with their service, and like you were saying something about you had a client who had called last week. I think the management, they spoke to that individual, and now they've gone down there and given them a free quote.
See, because Ian, you don't get what is happening, and this is very, very important. Many people now, number one, we are away from our homes
Yes.
for hours in the day.
Yes.
People travel, it's just so much things, or socializing, but you want to be able to know that when there is any sort of motion or whatever it is at your home and around your house, that you can pick that up. Some people even install it inside certain parts of the house, just so again they can be able to monitor what's going on.
Definitely,
and see what's
definitely,
happening.
definitely,
It's very
definitely.
important, and so
I mean-
people reached out for the information. In fact, you all again, Ian's number 552-0212. Call him to get this information. 552-0212. And
But-
listen, the investment. Listen, hi.
Go ahead.
The investment is worth it. It is, and it isn't a huge investment to begin with. But what I'm saying is, whatever that is for your peace of mind, and for your property and for your home, your family, it's worth it to be able to get that and have that there as an added measure for you, just for your peace of mind.
Wow,
Yeah.
you are absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
On that one, I'm going to do a little damp.
Oh, sure.
Do.
Yep. 552-0212.
Give
in
me
fact,
a call,
again,
man.
yep,
These prices
absolutely.
are really making me feel really good. Hey, listen here. What I also like about them, if you, it's not really sad, but it's not on a good note. If you have a family member dealing, if you family members are dealing with an elderly person who may be plagued with Alzheimer's and dementia, they can also outfit them with this device that can be worn like jewelry. So if you have elderly people or maybe little ones who maybe tend to deviate from walking from home after school, just imagine you can know where they are all the time. time. So it's not just for your home and your business or anything like that, but also for peace of mind when it comes to your family members. So they can have that device on them. You can know where they are all the time. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, give them a call right now. They're gonna come out and see exactly what you want. Those other companies are jokers. These guys, their cameras come in 4K and even 8K. And like I said, they have a huge server, so everything is backed up. You wanna give them a call. That's Skyview CCTV, 557-2288, 557-2288. And that company is a really good one. It's so much needed at a time like this. Charms Reloaded, I had them on last week as well. Charms Reloaded, the ultimate adult playground, restaurant, and bar and lounge. They're located on 6th Terrace and Madera Street, right next to Donald's Furniture, and they're open up seven days a week from 12 to 4 a.m. The kitchen, the phone number, because their food is amazing, is 677-3992, 677-3992. And I'm telling you, never have I had such great tasting food. Everything on the menu was a perfect 10. 3 months ago, I had them cater an event that we were having.
You do actually, listen, you all, the restaurants he talks about here?
I go and I sample them.
He sampled them before he comes to tell you?
I sample them.
All the time?
Yes, I sample them.
Every single
Ryan,
time.
you guys rock. Another station that I was on, it's not far from them, they now order their lunch from Charms. And they said, Ian, I'm so glad that you introduced us to them. And they are really, really happy with everything. So I want you guys to go check it out. So this is some of the things. On Tuesdays, you can get Taco Tuesday. You can get shrimp and veggie, $8. You can get flavored wings, spicy buffalo plain, honey, garlic, and spicy barbecue down there at Charms. Loaded fries, that comes with bacon and cheese. Selective beers. I didn't call the names last week. I'll just call them right now. Sans Calic. You can get Calic Cranberry and Pink Sands, all that right down there at Charms. You can get sauce and burgers and platters. Everything is down there. From now this one is from 4:30 a.m. to 11 a.m. This is the sauce, the burgers, and the platters, and snacks, dinners, and fettuccine. What else? You can get corned beef, $6. Tuna salad, $6. Sardines, $6. Mackerel, $6. Sausage, $6. Everything is served with yellow grits. And you can add on eggs and bacon for $4. So that's a great price. When I was down there, people were getting all the different sauces, turkey and pig feet. You got hamburgers and chicken burgers and conch burgers. For dinners, you can get curry mutton and curry chicken, barbecue ribs, oxtail mutton. Oh my goodness, my son loves the oxtails. It's really, really good. But like I said, everybody just loves the place. It's a nice atmosphere if you want to go and relax in the evening time. Great adult entertainment. Wink, wink, if you understand what I'm trying to say. You're going to have a good time. Take your buddies out there. Maybe it's a bachelor party or anything like that. You have some people coming in from town. Let's go check them out. And then also, while you're there, you're going to have the most amazing food. Amazing, amazing food. Oh man, this is wonderful.
Good old Bahamian food.
I love it.
Yes.
Wonderful Bahamian food.
Yeah.
And even some Jamaican food. So go check out Charms. Number one place where I go to get my food, number 677-3992, 677-3992, and you're gonna have yourself a good time. Justin, I hear the phone, I hear the thing going off. Also, you guys been asking about the bully pill. I was getting a million calls, even coming inside here. I don't have any more of the bottles because a guy bought some out in the waiting room.
They stopped you?
Yeah, they stopped me. Listen here. I ain't calling no names, but listen here.
No,
you want the bully pill? You want to give me a call, 552-0212? $55 for a bottle of 6. It's absolutely amazing. You're gonna have a good time with your partner. It's all natural, so it doesn't interfere with your medication, whether it's hypertensive or diabetic medication. You take the pill, drink some water half an hour later, you are ready to go. Have a nice, strong erection so you can feel good about yourself and your partner. You guys can enjoy yourself. It's a wonderful thing. Also, you've been having some pain in your knees or maybe in your ankles. You want this compression knee band and ankle bands. They are only $25. You can get one or you can get a pair, only $25. It's a great thing. You might be suffering from an old injury. That's a great thing to get and you'll feel so much better. People have been asking me, Ian, y'all have any more of them Rose? You got the Rose right here. Rose is only $55. People love them. Women, you can get it. It's an adult toy. You won't find it at Toys R Us, but it's an adult toy. You can have yourself a great time with this toy, with your partner or by yourself. It's up to you. It's only $55. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing to enhance your relationship with your partner. Also, the Jimarito Eye Honey. If you're dealing with blurriness, cataracts, glaucoma, any floaters, any mucus in the eye, the Jimarito Eye Honey, go Google it. You can find out what it is. This is only $75. You put in 2 drops a week. boom, boom, one, boom, boom, twice a week, and you're gonna see results within a matter of 2 to 3 weeks. It starts to clear up, so your vision is more clearer. This is a wonderful gift. And lastly, well, I'm gonna say 2 more things. This is just like the massage gun. This is a massage pillow. Massage pillows are $99. This is great. I sit down in the evening when I'm not here and I'm watching Beyond the Headlines, and I put it on my neck or my back or my lower back, and it's a great pulsating with some heat. You're gonna love it. This is great. Only
kneading,
95 bucks.
yeah.
Nice kneading. It's great. And lastly, you got this vaginal tightening cream. Women love this. It gives you that tight nature that you've been missing for a very long time. You know, maybe you might have had some children and you're not as firm as you were down there. Get this. On the street, they call it Ian. Man, give me that Miss Grippy, man. You want to get this. It's a wonderful, wonderful product. It's only $24.95. You want to get it. And a lady called me. I keep saying one thing. A lady called me. Mr. Thomas, I hear you talk about them privacy screen. You want the privacy screen that goes on your fence to stop people from looking into your property? Give me a call. 50 feet long, 6 feet tall, only $189. It comes in black and nice dark army green. Makes your yard nice and secure so people ain't gotta be peeking in, and it comes with a breathable material. 6 feet long, 6 feet tall, 50 feet long, privacy screen. Get it today. Give me a call, Ian Thomas. The number's on the screen, 5520212, 5520212. Once again, Shanique Miller, I had a wonderful time with you tonight.
So did I. Forgive me. I'm sorry that you've been sweating this way.
Yes.
I nonetheless thank you for coming by. Of course, with all that good stuff, good savings, necessary things that we need for around the home or personal. Thank you so much, Ian, once again. And of course, at the tonight, of course, the Hot Topics panelists who were here, they have both left already. I think they stopped you, Ian. You ain't called no names, but I think they stopped you. But I also want to thank all of you for tuning in this evening. Good to see you. Looking forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow evening. For the entire Beyond the Headlines team, I'm Shanique Miller. Make it a great evening.